Welcome to Boni's Science and Innovation News, the program for discerning minds navigating the frontiers of human knowledge. This is your host, Boni, and this November 2025, we stand at a precipice of discovery, a month where the boundaries between science fiction and scientific fact have blurred more than ever before. From the quantum realm to the farthest reaches of the cosmos, and from the inner space of human consciousness to the public discourse on non-human intelligence, this has been a month of profound revelations and challenging questions. We will dissect the most significant breakthroughs, scrutinize the claims, and connect the dots to reveal the larger patterns shaping our future. Our journey tonight begins with the very fabric of reality itself, as we delve into the world of quantum computing. At the heart of this announcement is the IBM Quantum Nighthawk, their most advanced quantum processor to date. This 120-qubit processor, with its 218 next-generation tunable couplers, represents a 30% increase in circuit complexity over its predecessor, the IBM Quantum Heron. This allows for the execution of quantum circuits with up to 5,000 2-qubit gates, a critical step towards solving problems beyond the reach of even the most powerful supercomputers. IBM has laid out an ambitious roadmap for Nighthawk, projecting an increase to 7,500 gates by the end of 2026, 10,000 gates in 2027, and an astonishing 15,000 gates by 2028, with systems of 1,000 or more connected qubits. But what truly sets this announcement apart is IBM's commitment to scientific rigor and transparency. They have launched a community-led quantum advantage tracker in partnership with companies like Algorithmic, the Flatiron Institute, and BlueQubit. This open platform will systematically monitor and verify emerging demonstrations of quantum advantage, subjecting claims to the scrutiny of the wider scientific community. This is a crucial step in moving the field beyond hype and towards verifiable, reproducible results. Furthermore, IBM announced a significant breakthrough in the quest for fault-tolerant quantum computing with their experimental processor, the IBM Quantum Loon. This processor, for the first time, demonstrates all the key hardware components necessary for high-efficiency quantum error correction. In a feat of engineering, IBM has also achieved real-time error decoding in less than 480 nanoseconds using QLDPC codes, a milestone reached a full year ahead of schedule. This rapid progress is underpinned by a strategic shift to 300mm wafer fabrication, doubling development speed and boosting the physical complexity of their quantum chips by a factor of 10. While IBM's progress is undeniable, it is important to maintain a critical perspective. There are claims of being the only company positioned to deliver on the promise of quantum computing may be an overstatement, as other players in the field are pursuing different and potentially equally promising avenues of research, such as trapped ion and topological qubits. The practical applications of these new quantum capabilities also remain somewhat abstract, and the accessibility of these powerful machines to the broader research community is a question that still needs to be addressed. Nevertheless, IBM's announcements this month represent a significant and concrete step towards a future where quantum computing is not just a theoretical possibility, but a practical tool for scientific discovery. This is not another fringe production. Directed by Dan Farah, a producer on Steven Spielberg's Ready Player One, and filmed in secrecy over 3 years, the documentary features an unprecedented lineup of 34 senior U.S. government, military, and intelligence officials. These are not anonymous sources or conspiracy theorists. They are individuals with verifiable credentials, including the current Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, and the former Director of National Intelligence under Barack Obama, General Jim Clapper. The central claim of the Age of Disclosure is that the United States government has been engaged in an 80-year cover-up of the existence of extraterrestrial life and the recovery of non-human technology. The film presents a narrative of a geopolitical arms race to reverse engineer this technology, a race that has been ongoing since the mid-20th century. One of the most striking claims comes from Jay Stratton, a defense official who helped start the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, or AATIP. In the film, he states plainly, "I have seen with my own eyes non-human craft and non-human beings." The documentary was screened for a bipartisan group of members of the House of Representatives, lending it a degree of political seriousness that is often absent from this topic. The filmmakers argue that the secrecy surrounding UAPs is not just about preventing public panic, but about maintaining a strategic advantage in a global competition to understand and exploit this advanced technology. They suggest that the potential benefits of this technology, including clean energy, are being withheld from the public due to these geopolitical considerations. However, while the credentials of the participants are impressive, it is crucial to approach these claims with a healthy dose of skepticism. The documentary format, while compelling, is not a substitute for the rigorous, peer-reviewed process of scientific inquiry. The film does not present any physical evidence or independently verifiable data. The claims rest entirely on the testimony of these individuals, whose motivations may be complex and varied. The director's own childhood fascination with aliens, while understandable, also raises the possibility of confirmation bias. The age of disclosure is a significant cultural and political event, but it is not a scientific one. It raises important questions about government transparency and the public's right to know, but it does not provide definitive answers about the existence of extraterrestrial life. The conversation it has sparked is a necessary one, but it must be guided by a commitment to evidence and a resistance to sensationalism. In a paper published on November 17th, Loeb outlines 12 documented anomalies of 3I/ATLAS that, he argues, are difficult to explain with a natural origin. These anomalies include its unusual trajectory, which is aligned with the ecliptic plane of our solar system with a probability of just 0.2%. Its composition, which is high in nickel and low in water, unlike any known comet, and its extreme negative polarization, which is unprecedented in cometary observations. Loeb also points to the object's sunward jet, or anti-tail, which is not an optical illusion, and its non-gravitational acceleration, which would require the evaporation of at least 13% of its mass. Yet the object appears to have maintained its integrity. Perhaps most intriguingly, Loeb notes that 3I/ATLAS arrived from a direction coincident with the famous WOW signal, a powerful narrow-band radio signal detected in 1977 that has long been a subject of interest in the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. Loeb's methodology is to accumulate these low-probability events to suggest that a technological origin is a more parsimonious explanation than a series of unlikely natural coincidences. He argues that the scientific community's dismissal of this possibility is a form of intellectual conservatism, a reluctance to consider possibilities outside of their established training data. He makes the compelling point that humanity has launched its own technological artifacts into space, such as the Voyager probes and the Tesla Roadster, and that we should therefore be open to the possibility that other civilizations have done the same. However, Loeb's claims have been met with skepticism from many of his colleagues. Critics argue that while the individual anomalies are interesting, they do not necessarily point to an artificial origin. They suggest that our understanding of interstellar comets is still in its infancy, and that 3I/ATLAS may simply be a new and unusual type of natural object. They also point out that Loeb has a history of proposing extraterrestrial explanations for astronomical phenomena, such as with the interstellar object Oumuamua. The debate over 3I/ATLAS highlights a fundamental tension in science, the balance between open-mindedness and skepticism. While extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence, it is also important to be open to new possibilities and to challenge established paradigms. Whether 3I/ATLAS is a natural wonder or a technological artifact, it has undoubtedly pushed the boundaries of our understanding and sparked a necessary and fascinating scientific conversation. This is an initiative of unprecedented scale and ambition, comparable in scope to the Manhattan Project. The Genesis mission will create the American Science and Security Platform, which will provide researchers with access to high-performance computing resources, AI modeling and analysis frameworks, and a vast repository of scientific data. The goal is to create AI agents that can test new hypotheses, automate research workflows, and accelerate breakthroughs in a wide range of fields, from advanced manufacturing and biotechnology to quantum information science and nuclear fusion. The Genesis mission is not just about scientific discovery. It is also about national security and economic competitiveness. The executive order launching the mission explicitly frames it as a race for global technology dominance, a response to the rapid advancements in AI being made by other nations. The mission will bring together the resources of national laboratories, universities, and private industry in a coordinated effort to maintain America's technological leadership. The timeline for the Genesis mission is aggressive. with initial operating capability for at least one national science and technology challenge expected within 270 days. The mission's priority domains include some of the most critical areas of modern science and technology, such as critical materials, semiconductors, and advanced manufacturing. The potential benefits are immense, from the development of new medicines and materials to the creation of new sources of clean energy. However, the Genesis mission also raises important questions about the ethics and governance of AI-driven research. The emphasis on national security and technological dominance may come at the expense of open science and international collaboration. The integration of national security sites and classification protocols may limit the transparency of the research being conducted. And the rapid development of powerful AI systems without adequate safety considerations is a concern that has been raised by many experts in the field. The Genesis mission is a bold and ambitious undertaking that has the potential to revolutionize scientific discovery. But as we embark on this new era of AI-accelerated science, it is crucial that we do so with a commitment to transparency, ethical oversight, and international cooperation. The power of AI is immense, and it is our collective responsibility to ensure that it is used for the benefit of all humanity. Neuroscientists are now discovering that this is not just a metaphor. It is a measurable, physiological reality. Using techniques like fMRI and EEG, researchers have been able to observe the brain activity of two people as they interact. And they have found that their brains often display the same patterns of activity in the same areas at the same time. This neural coupling has been observed in a wide range of contexts, from chess matches and musical performances to conversations and even kissing. One of the pioneers in this field is Dr. Uri Hasson, who first discovered brain-to-brain coupling more than a decade ago. He describes our brains as a kind of wireless transmitter, constantly broadcasting and receiving signals from the world around us. While this may sound like science fiction, Hasson is quick to point out that there is nothing mystical about it. It is simply the way our brains are wired to interact with the world and with each other. What makes human neural coupling so unique is our ability to synchronize our brains without the need for a shared physical stimulus. For example, if two monkeys are shown a banana, their brains will react in a similar way. But if one person says the word banana to another, their brains will also synchronize, even though there is no banana present. This ability to create a shared mental space through language is a cornerstone of human communication and collaboration. Recent studies have revealed the profound implications of neural coupling. A 2019 study published in Psychological Science found that the brains of infants and adults synchronize during play, and that the infant's brain often leads the adults, suggesting that babies are not just passive recipients of information, but active participants in shaping the interaction. And a 2023 study by Dr. Suzanne Dicke found that students whose brainwaves were more in sync with their teacher and their peers learned better and retained more information. While some have sensationalized these findings as evidence of natural telepathy, it is important to be precise about what is actually happening. Neural coupling is not about reading minds. It is about creating a shared mental context that facilitates communication and understanding. It is a powerful and fundamental aspect of our social nature, and it has profound implications for everything from education and therapy to business and diplomacy. These primordial stars are thought to have formed just 200 million years after the birth of the universe, in a cosmos that was filled with little more than hydrogen and helium. They were the first sources of light in the universe, and they played a crucial role in the formation of the first galaxies and the ionization of the cosmos. But until now, they have been purely theoretical, their existence predicted by cosmological models but never directly observed. The JWST's potential discovery was made in a galaxy called LAP-1b, whose light has been traveling for 13 billion years to reach us. We see this galaxy as it was just 800 million years after the Big Bang, a time when the universe was just beginning to emerge from the cosmic dark ages. The detection was made possible by a phenomenon known as gravitational lensing, where the gravity of a massive galaxy cluster between us and LAP-1b magnified its light by a factor of 100. The stars in LAP-1b exhibit the key characteristics predicted for population 3 stars. They are surrounded by gas with minimal traces of heavy elements or metals, and they appear to be clustered in groups of about 1,000 solar masses. This is consistent with theoretical models that suggest that the primordial gas of the early universe, lacking the heavy elements that facilitate cooling, would have collapsed into much more massive stars than those that form today. If this discovery is confirmed, it will be a landmark achievement in the history of astronomy. It will provide the first direct evidence for the existence of population 3 stars, and it will open up a new window into the earliest moments of our universe. It will allow us to test our cosmological models with unprecedented precision, and it will help us to understand how the first galaxies formed and evolved. This has been a month of profound and challenging discoveries, a month that has pushed the boundaries of our understanding and forced us to confront new and unsettling questions. From the dawn of the quantum age to the dawn of the universe itself, from the inner workings of our own minds to the possibility of intelligence beyond our planet, we are living in a time of unprecedented scientific and technological acceleration. As we navigate this new landscape of discovery, it is more important than ever to maintain a commitment to critical thinking, to evidence-based reasoning, and to open and honest debate. The stories we have explored tonight are not just about science and technology. They are about who we are as a species and what our place is in the universe. They are about the choices we will have to make as we continue to unlock the secrets of the cosmos and the power of our own minds. Thank you for joining me on this journey. This is Boni for Boni Science and Innovation News signing off.